Recently, David Sinclair was interviewed by Sam Bakhtiar. Sam is a doctor and author and was once a world-class bodybuilder. In this clip, David Sinclair describes what your resveratrol should look like and how to store it. And he also talks about the current and the future NMN human clinical trials. And there is a link in the description below to the full interview.
Well, let me talk about resveratrol. So resveratrol, I put in my yogurt. I have a little spoon of resveratrol in the morning with yogurt. I just take a teaspoon. It's a powder. Is that a pill? But it looks like brick dust. It should be white or gray. If it's brown, throw it away. It shouldn't be brown. It's sensitive to light, so keep it in the dark. I saw that's a dark bottle. But mix it with something if you can, because just eating it as a dry powder, it's mostly going to come straight out your other end. So there's that. So resveratrol will activate these sirtuins we showed. You mentioned that I fought Pfizer scientists. That was the battle. Does resveratrol really activate the SIRT1 enzyme? And we showed it does. So that's all good. It comes from red wine, right? And so there's the idea that maybe drinking red wine every day for 30 years is beneficial, partly because of resveratrol. The other thing that I take that I think is probably just as important is an NAD booster. You can buy NAD precursors, they're called, and these are molecules that your body will absorb and turn into NAD. So we've spent in my lab at Harvard Medical School the last 15 years studying this molecule NAD. And what it is, it's an essential chemical in the body. And the sirtuins use it to tell whether you're in the fight or flight mode or you're just relaxing. Are you under adversity? So when you exercise or you're hungry, your NAD levels will go up. It's also true during the day, sleep-wake cycles. If you don't have good NAD levels going up and down, you won't sleep well either. And so often when people try what I'm doing, they sleep better as well. REM sleep is actually, it hasn't been studied in a placebo-controlled way, which is what we scientists insist on. But so many people, including myself, have gotten our dreams back again. You know, it's wonderful. Most of them are good dreams. Anyway, so the resveratrol we covered, NMN is what I take. I take about a gram of that a day. Now, NMN's a bit expensive, so most people take half a gram. I, as a professor at Harvard Medical School, have to do clinical trials, right? I can't just sell something and promise that it's going to do something. So for the last 7 years, I've been working on this, and we've just finished phase 1 clinical trials, which means we've shown that it looks safe in people. And hopefully this year, and certainly next, when we get back to life as usual, I'll be able to tell you more about how it's working in people. And we're going to be treating diseases. There's a particular disease called Friedreich's ataxia, or FA, which is a defect in mitochondria, the energy producing parts of the body. I'm sure you know, Sam. And we're hoping to help those patients. But we're also going to learn about normal people. We're going to do a study at Harvard on older people and see if they get the same benefits as the mice. So when we gave NMN to the mice, they could run further, they had better blood flow in their muscle, in their brain. It was as though they were exercising. So we think of these NAD boosters as exercise mimetics. They mimic the benefits of exercise. But that doesn't mean you can sit on your butt and just pop pills, because when we exercised those mice and gave them NMN in their drinking water, they were the ones that ran really far. They ran twice as far as they would have normally. And we could do that to old mice as well. The 20-month-old mice, which is like a 60, 65-year-old human, they went back to being like a 30-year-old equivalent and just kept running and running. In fact, as I wrote in the book, they ran so far, the machine broke.